Kris Belfry again from belfrywellness.com. I'm a human potentialist and I'm a healer and a coach, and I see the potential in you. And today's video is really about, funny enough, really one of our number one health concerns is stress. That's our typical issue for over 40 years, actually. Time magazine in June 6, 1983 wrote on the cover that stress was the epidemic of the 80s and referred to as it leading to a lot of our health concerns, from heart disease to cholesterol to weight gain. And all this was kind of the spark of where we really started to learn about how stress impacted our well-being. And the funny thing and the craziest thing is that's almost 40 years ago, and that's still our number one concern today. It's even probably more prevalent and more concerning as we see more people with anxiety and depression and dealing with a lot of different mental, emotional issues. And what are those stresses? Obviously they haven't changed. Work, is more stressful than ever is. Our finances, have been, more difficult, with people losing their jobs and work difficult at times. The crazy, housing market that's been come and gone. And, we have family stress, whether it's trying to deal with our kids or our aging parents. There's all this stress that's going on. And, it's creating stress now even with kids, because the challenges that go on within school, and now we have so much more. Definitely we had bullying as a kid, but now we're more prevalent of it, and it's just more in our schools and more in our face. Crime has increased, so kids, children are being sometimes infected by this crime, where I'm seeing things that I wouldn't have seen in my school days are happening to kids at such younger and younger ages. And so what are some of the problems that we have with all this stress? So obviously stress creates weight gain, right? And it's the physical thing causes heart disease. It creates blood flow issues. And really, what happens with stress? What is stress? Well, stress is obviously something that affects our body. And what does our body do? It goes into this fight or flight situation. So what's the fight or flight situation? Well, it's kind of like if you're walking in the woods and you're walking through the woods and you see a bear. What would you do? You would freak out and run, right? Or you see a snake, you're going to freak out and run, and that's really the fight or flight. What happens to the body? Well, obviously you have an increase in heart rate, right? Because now all of a sudden you're suddenly scared or freaked out and you got to run. So all of a sudden you have to start to exercise. So you need more oxygen. So all of a sudden you start breathing more. So your body starts to get into this mode to exercise, to run. So you're breathing more. But what also happens is now your blood has to get to the muscles. So it starts pumping blood to the muscles. So those arteries get bigger because they got to go to areas that need it. So obviously we need blood going to the lungs and going out to the muscles, and because of being oxygenated. And what happens to those other muscles, maybe related to our skin or to our digestion, things that we don't need. So obviously you don't need to go to the bathroom when you're running, right? So blood vessels to those areas that we don't need gets restricted or compromised. So there's less blood flow to those areas. So your heart's beating, your things that aren't needed, immune system shuts down, your blood pressure, your digestive system shuts down. All this stuff that that are automatically done that aren't necessary start to shut down, and that compromises our overall well-being. Why? Because what happens if it's been you're in this stressful situation for days, weeks, months? So that's what's leading to some of our digestive issues. So our poor immune system. You're not going to be able to sleep when you're alert because you have all the adrenaline that's pumping through your body because of the stress. So we have sleep issues. So all these things we're having issues with, dealing with different stress that we do. But what do we do with our stress? A lot of us don't do anything. We just kind of sit there and think, it's just going to go away. Things will get better. Maybe we'll take some medication to, to calm our nerves or to help us sleep. But the problem of stress isn't going away. Some great things is obviously exercise, meditation, being mindful. A lot of things I've already taught. So check out some of my other previous videos. You'll get a lot of great stuff to help you with stress. I have coming out with a new, shameless plug is I have a program, a mind mastery, to help you understand what's going on within your brain. Why? Because what's the common denominator with all your stress? It's not your job. It's not money. It's us, right? We're in charge of our stress. We're the creators of our own stress. It's our mind thinking, oh, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough. I got to get this done. It's really us creating that. And so if we can manage our thinking, we can manage some of our stress levels. So the stress levels don't change. What happens is you change. You're still going to have, Monday morning traffic jams, and you're having Friday after work traffic jams, and, life in between those times. And they're going to be stressful. But the thing is that how you handle that stress will be different. So instead of being stressed in the traffic jam, you're relaxed, you're singing along, because the stress is the same. Two people can be in that traffic jam, one screaming and angry and being pissed off the whole way to work, while someone's singing along or listening to a great, podcast, learning about something interesting, is enjoying that ride, that quiet time, that time to learn, whatever it is for you. So if you want to get on that mind mastery class, just type in the comment below, say, send me info here, Kris, and I'll send that out to you. And I've had some people already taking part and getting some great results already. So if you have any questions, if you have a comment, if you want me to touch upon a subject, feel free to leave a comment. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.